Blended learning signifies the inclusion of computer technology and incorporates online or offline activities and materials. In the present context, it refers to a language course which combines a face-to-face classroom component with an appropriate use of technology. Oxford Educate, an exciting digital aid for teachers, makes teaching and learning a rich and engaging experience. Good morning, class. All of you can have your seat. Today we'll study unit number 10, which is the Pied Piper of Hamelin. Concentrate on the board. Can you read the title once again for me? The Pied Piper of Hamelin. Very good. Now who will tell me the meaning of this expression, Pied Piper? Please raise your hands. Okay, Jubin, you can answer.
A person who persuades a lot of people to follow them or to do something with them is called a Pied Piper.
Very good. Now all of you will look at this picture. Can you see this picture clearly? Yes, ma'am. Now look at this picture carefully. I'll ask you a set of questions. Where is the scene set?
The scene is set in a market.
Very good. What can you see in this picture? Akshit?
In this picture, we can see that the people are troubled because of rats.
Very good. So what is unusual in this picture? Yes, Roshul?
There are a lot of rats.
There are a lot of rats. Do you find rats in a marketplace usually? No. This is something very unusual. Now we'll look at the second picture on the same page. With the help of various interactive tools, it is easy to quickly create pre-reading activities. These activities are essential to ensure a better comprehension of the text. This preparatory work helps students to connect smoothly to new information. For example, observing an illustration to anticipate what the story might be about. Students examine illustrations in the story to predict what the story might be about. Depending on the level of the class, predictions may come from teacher-directed questions. Do they seem worried or happy? Questions from classroom discussions, brainstorming, or from individual students. Oxford Educate is not merely the digitization of the coursebook. It is a compilation of the documents that we have in the coursebook, along with digital material and interactive tools. It is the multiplicity of enhancements that we are able to add to Oxford Educate that makes it truly comprehensive in nature. Now all of you open your books on page number 118. I'll play an audio. You will listen to it carefully and follow it in your books. Are we ready?
Yes, ma'am.
The miserly people of Hamelin never fed their cats and dogs. Slowly, the animals began leaving the town. And the rats multiplied.
Rats, rats, rats. They fought the dogs and killed the cats, and bit the babies in the cradles, and ate the cheeses out of the vats, and licked the soup from the cook's own ladles, split open the kegs of salted sprats, made nests inside men's Sunday hats, and even spoiled the women's chats. Rats, rats, rats.
Was the scene 1 clear to everyone? Yes, ma'am. Now I'll read scene number 2 for all of you. You listen to me carefully and follow it in your books. Ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Mayor, do something. We are suffering. Rid our town of rats. Save Hamelin, save Hamelin. What are you doing to help us? I'm looking for a solution with all my heart and soul. I have sent messengers far and wide. I promise 50,000 guilders to anyone who rids Hamelin of rats. Believe us, we are trying all ways and means. Is scene number 2 clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Very good. Now who will tell me the meaning of the word guilders? Please raise your hands. Yes, Gayatri.
The meaning of guilders is a silver or nickel coin.
Very good. It's a silver or a nickel coin. Now we look at the pronunciation of the word guilders and listen to the pronunciation very carefully. You heard the pronunciation of the word gilder? Now you will say it along with me. Gilder. Repeat it. Gilder. All of you concentrate here now. Twin words. Twin words are the words that are often paired together. When we speak or write something, these words are often written or spoken together, never separately. Now can you see the pink box on page number 123 and read out the examples for me one by one? First, raise your hands. Arnav?
Hale and hearty.
Very good. Hale and hearty. Can we have the next example, please? Arun? Lock and key. Gaurika?
Heart and soul.
Very good. Heart and soul. Kritika?
Neck and neck.
Very good. Now you know the examples?
Yes, ma'am.
Now I'll read the dialogue between the mayor and the councillors and you will tell me which twin words are there in this particular dialogue. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
The Zoom feature not only allows me to make the text readable by everybody in the class, it also aids in generating participatory discussions. Using this tool, classroom teaching can be made dynamic and engaging. It truly brings into practice a heads-up approach to learning. Believe us, we are trying all ways and means. If you want to answer, please raise your hands. Ananya, stand up and answer.
Heart and soul.
Very good. The first one is heart and soul. Shita? Very good. The second is far and wide. Devansh? Very good. Ways and means. So these are the three twin words used in this particular dialogue. Are the twin words clear to everyone now? Yes, now we'll practice some more twin words. Now we'll do an interactive activity to practice the twin words that you have just learned. Can you see the screen clearly?
Yes,
Now this is the activity. It says complete each sentence using a twin word from the box. One has been done for you. The first example, I'll read it for you. The dog went round and round chasing his own tail. Clear? Now I'll read the sentence and you will give me the correct answer. Jubin, come here. You will solve the exercise. Second sentence, all of you will answer together. Their mother was very proud of them because the two children kept their room spick and span. Very good. The naughty boys were told dash and again not to throw water balloons at passers-by.
Again and again.
Very good. That was an interesting race. The runners almost ran neck to neck. Excellent. The waiter brought some salt and pepper for the soup. Very good. The policemen are searching high and low for the missing bag. Great. Zubin, now you can submit. So the class has done very well. Your score is 5 on 5. The interactive exercises serve the purpose of both reinforcement and assessment. Now we'll practice some more twin words. Can you see this worksheet clearly?
Yes, ma'am.
It says add a word from the box to make a twin word. Think and then raise your hand if you want to answer. First one, fair and Kritika.
Fair and square.
Very good. Fair and square. Second one, now or Harshita.
Never.
Very good. Now or never. Next, Nikhil, thick and
Thin.
very good. Thick and thin. Manit, next, here and
Under.
very good. Here and there. Last one, more or Rishika.
Less.
Very good. It's more or less. Now, are the twin words clear? Now, all of you come to page number 127. Come to the speaking activity. Everybody has come to this page?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, who can tell me what is intonation? Yes, Hriday?
Intonation is the rise and fall of tone.
It's the rise and the fall of the tone. Let me read this for you. Tone refers to the way we modulate our pitch while speaking a certain sentence. Sometimes we say a sentence with our voice going down at the end. This is called a falling tone. For example, I'm not feeling well. This has a falling tone. And sometimes we raise our voice at the end of the sentence. This is called a rising tone. For example, what are you doing? It has a rising tone. Try saying the following sentences with a rising tone or a falling tone. You will repeat after me. Is the class ready?
Yes, ma'am.
What is a python?
What is a python?
It's a kind of snake.
It's a kind of snake.
So now, is this clear? The rising tone and the falling tone?
Yes, ma'am.
Now you have to tell me about each sentence, whether they are in the rising tone or the falling tone. The green one indicates the rising tone and the red one the falling tone. The first sentence, if you want to answer this, you need to raise your hand. Is the Dead Sea a sea at all? Zubin? Very good. It's rising tone. Next. No, it's a huge salt lake. Harshita?
Ma'am, falling tone.
Falling tone. Oxford Educate, along with digital material in the form of printable documents, slideshows, animation for poems and audios for listening exercises, along with interactive tools, help me make the course book a living document.
I find Oxford Educate an excellent effort at combining digital technology with education. Digital technology is still in its infancy, and teachers do have certain apprehensions about it, but I find Oxford Educate quite user friendly, and it will, I'm sure, help teachers to overcome these apprehensions and obstacles on the way. Today we are talking about multiple intelligence in classrooms, and as educators I think we all recognize the fact that children in the classrooms are of different abilities and they learn using different styles. Oxford Educate certainly attempts to cater to this kind of multiple intelligence concerns in classrooms, individually as well as collectively, and I'm sure it will make the teaching learning process a lot more meaningful. I congratulate Oxford University Press India for winning the IDA Award 2013 in the category of digital content and software in education.